Hello students, welcome to eGyan Foundation course for upcoming Q1 science students. Myself Shivanand Unale, lecturer in mathematics, Dr. R.B. Patil, Maheshview College, Hubli. So today we'll discuss about some basic concepts of this partial fractions. So first thing is, what is meant by partial fractions? So the definition of partial fractions. An algebraic fraction can be broken down into simpler parts known as partial fractions. So the definition is an algebraic fraction can be broken down into simpler parts known as partial fractions. For example, 1 by x plus 1 into x plus 2 equal to 1 by x plus 1 minus 1 by x plus 2. So while here, converting in terms of the simpler form, the given rational function should be in terms of proper fraction. So first, what is meant by proper and improper fractions? So what is meant by proper and improper rational expressions? So in this one, in proper rational expression, the degree of the numerator is less than the degree of the denominator. In proper rational expression, the degree of the numerator is less than the degree of the denominator. So here the degree of this numerator means the highest power of that variable. We call it as the degree of that expression. So here numerator degree should be less than the denominator. Then we call such rational functions we call as a proper fractions or proper rational expressions. Next here, so there are total 5 forms of this partial fractions are there. So in this first table, form of the rational function, then by using that rational function, so how to convert in terms of partial fractions. Now in this first one, suppose the given rational function is px plus q divided by x minus a into x minus b, where a is not equal to b, then this given rational functions we can write in terms of a by x minus a plus b by x minus b. Here this capital letter a and b are the constant terms. The next form is, this first form we call as a non-repeated linear factors. Those denominators x minus a and x minus b we call as a factors. Now in this one we call as non-repeated linear factors. When non-repeated linear factors are there means, so we can write that term is a by first factor plus b by the second factor. Now similarly in the second one, px plus q divided by x minus a, this whole raised to 2. Before this partial fraction, first you have to check whether this rational function, whether proper or improper. What is the condition for proper? The degree of numerator is less than degree of denominator. In the second form, the degree of numerator is 1 and degree of denominator is 2 is there. So this given form is a proper rational function is there. So when this the given term in terms of the proper fraction is there means, so easily we can convert it in terms of partial fractions. So the second form is px plus q by x minus a whole square equal to a by x minus a plus b by x minus a whole square. Means here repeated linear factor is there means, first you write down linear factor and then the same term you have to write down, that is x minus a whole square. So for example, denominator x minus a raised to 3 is there, means by using this method we can take denominator x minus a whole square, then x minus a raised to 3, and numerator third constant term we can take c. Now third form is px square plus qx plus r divided by x minus a into x minus b into x minus c equal to a by that first vector x minus a, b by x minus b plus c by x minus c. So this one also, this third form also, non-repeated linear factors are there. If we compare with first and this third, the same method is there. So just you write down this factors. The numerator term, there are 3 factors are there, so you'll get numerators are a, b and c. Next fourth form is the combination of these first 2 terms here, means non-repeated and repeated. So in this fourth term, px square plus qx plus r, this is a numerator term, and denominator is x minus a whole square into x minus b. So this term equal to a by x minus a plus b by x minus a whole square plus c by x minus b. So in this one, the first factor is repeated is there. When repeated is there means you can apply this second form, second method, and next one is the linear factor is there. So for repeated, x minus a whole square, and next linear is there, that term as it is, that is x minus b. So total 3 constant terms will get a, b and c. Next fifth form is px square plus qx plus r. So divided by x minus a into x square plus bx plus c. So this term equal to a by x minus a plus bx plus c divided by x square plus bx plus c. So in this fifth form, in the denominator, one linear term is there and the second factor is quadratic is there. So whenever linear is there means by using this first form, we can take the constant term divided by first factor, that is a by x minus a. The important thing is when in the denominator quadratic forms are there means, so we can take that term as in the numerator there are 2 constant terms. In the numerator there are 2 constant terms. Along with that one we can take variable also. So that is bx plus c divided by the same quadratic term. So these are the total 5 forms are there for partial fractions. So in the left hand side table, these are the rational functions. In the right hand side form we call as a partial fractions. Now in this one, so we'll discuss here that first method problems here, means when non-repeated linear factors are there means, so how to convert these rational functions in terms of partial fractions. So this, okay, next examples. So first example, convert the rational function x by x plus 1 into x plus 2 into partial fractions. So first you write down this given term, that is x by x plus 1 into x plus 2. Next, by using that first form, by using that method, so first you write down a by first factor, that is a by x plus 1 plus b by x plus 2, and call this equation number 1. Next, multiply both side by x plus 1 into x plus 2. Multiply both side by x plus 1 into x plus 2. So here the important note is the left hand side, the whatever denominator term is there, so that term you have to take. So multiply that term into, so both that side you can multiply. So next we get in the left hand side, if you multiply it by x plus 1 into x plus 2, so we get x equal to a into x plus 2 plus b into x plus 1. Next, call that equation number 2. And next, by using this equation number 2, now we have to calculate the value of a and b. So first, to find a, put x equal to minus 1 in equation number 2. Now here why we took here x equal to minus 1, because if you want to find out a, that b term should be 0, means that second term should be 0. Now here for what value of x will get the second part will be 0. So b into x plus 1 is there. If you substitute x equal to minus 1, then minus 1 plus 1 you get that term will be 0. So now here to find a, put x equal to minus 1 in this equation number 2. So we get in the left hand side also you can substitute x equal to minus 1. It is minus 1 equal to a into minus 1 plus 2 plus b into minus 1 plus 1. And minus of 1 equal to a into that plus 2 minus of 1 means plus 1 into a means a we get, and the second term we get 0. Now therefore a equal to minus of 1. So this is the first constant term value. Now similarly you have to find out the second one. So again you can refer the same equation number 2. From this equation number 2, to find b, put x equal to minus 2 in equation number 2. So here if you want to find out b, here the first term should be 0. For what value of x first term is 0? Here a into x plus 2 is there. So when this term is 0, then if you substitute x equal to minus 2. So that value have to substitute throughout that equation number 2. We have to find b, put x equal to minus 2 in equation number 2. So we get minus 2 equal to a into minus 2 plus 2 plus b into minus 2 plus 1. Now simplify this one, you get minus 2 into, minus 2 equal to 0 plus b into minus 2 plus 1 is minus of 1. So b equal to plus 2. So now here a equal to minus 1 and b equal to plus 2. So these two values now you have to substitute in equation number 1. So that is the required term. Now by using or from equation number 1, x by x plus 1 into x plus 2 equal to, so we substitute a equal to minus 1 in the numerator, we get minus 1 divided by the denominator term as it is, that is x plus 1, plus b equal to here 2 is there, that is 2 by x plus 2. So the given rational function is x by x plus 1 into x plus 2. So their partial fraction is minus 1 by x plus 1 plus 2 by x plus 2. So this one simplest form you will get by using this rational function. So if you want to verify this one, you can take LCM for this denominator and you can check whether you will get the same answer or not. Next example number 2. Convert the rational function 1 by x minus 3 into x plus 1 into partial fractions. Convert rational function 1 by x minus 3 into x plus 1 into partial fractions. So first you have to check whether the given rational function is proper or improper. So what is the definition for proper function? The degree of numerator is less than degree of denominator. So in this example the degree of numerator is 0 and degree of denominator is 2 is there. So this is a given term is proper fraction is there. So next you can apply the same method here. So you can start with this given term, it is 1 by x minus 3 into x plus 1. So this term equal to, so by using that the 5 methods or 5 forms are there, by using that one, So we can take this term as a by the first factor plus b by this second factor, because this one is a non-repeated linear factor is there. So call this equation number 1. The next, multiply both side by x minus 3 into x plus 1. That is the denominator, the given terms denominator. So multiply with that term x minus 3 into x plus 1. So once if we multiply, we will get left hand side term is 1 and the right hand side multiply that term with first term. So a by x minus 3 into that x minus 3 into x plus 1. We simplify that one, we get a into x plus 1 plus b into x minus 3. Call this equation number 2. Next, to find a, put x equal to 3 in equation number 2. So we get 1 equal to, again in this one, why we are substituting x equal to 3? Because if you want to find out a, that second term should be 0. So in the second term x minus 3 is there, so you have to substitute x equal to plus 3, then 3 minus 3, that term you get 0. So now you can substitute this x equal to 3 in equation number 2. So we get 1 equal to a into 3 plus 1 plus b into 3 minus 3. Now this implies we get 1 equal to, so 4 times a plus 0, or therefore a equal to 1 by 4. Now similarly you can find out b here. To find b, put x equal to minus 1 in equation number 2. So we get the left hand side term 1 equal to a into minus 1 plus 1 plus b into minus 1 minus of 3. 1 equal to 0 plus minus 4 times b. So b equal to minus 1 by 4. So in this one, a equal to 1 by 4 and b equal to minus 1 by 4 will get. Now these two values now to substitute in equation number 1. So we get, or from equation number 1, so we get 1 by x minus 3 into x plus 1 equal to a equal to here 1 by 4. So denominator is x minus 3 plus b equal to minus 1 by 4, denominator is x plus 1. So this is the answer, or the same this term we can write in this form. There is 1 by x minus 3 into x plus 1 equal to, so take 1 by 4 is the common term, that is 1 by 4 into 1 by x minus 3 minus 1 by x plus 1. So this is the required term. So the required partial fraction for the given rational function. So I hope you enjoyed this session. So thank you very much for joining this session. Thank you.